Google Assistant, the best AI assistant that you didn't know you needed, by Greg Kriegel. A brief overview about Google Assistant was that it is a voice-activated AI that is meant to do command and response from user input. It debuted as a smart messaging app named Allo back in 2016, and of course was developed by Google and is their flagship AI virtual assistant. Google Assistant is a voice-activated software that is a combination of artificial intelligence using Google Knowledge Graph and natural machine learning. It takes the user interaction via voice command and processes it in order to learn how to better respond to user requests. The majority of that data lives on the device being utilized through Google Assistant. And is processed back at Google headquarters to assist with propagating the platform. Google Assistant is a software, so it has to live on host devices. As you can see in this slide, there's a plethora of devices, the most common of which is the smart speaker. There are also some visual displays. The Google Home Hub came out pre-Black Friday 2018. That far slide is of the Google Pixel XL. I recently got the Pixel 3. It is a far better component to have the dual voice and visual display for the device. Some of the human factors that are beneficial with using Google Assistant are the mental models for similar devices. Everybody knows how to ask Siri or Alexa. Google was much in the same vein. Mapping is very similar, and there's low cognitive load once you know what you're doing. Some of the improvements is that for the visual displayed cues on the smartphone devices and on the Home Hub, it could be programmed to read out the alt images for the visually impaired. And as previously stated, it is best utilized in tandem with the visual and audio aspects. Some of the social issue and access issues with regards to it. There's a concern for the always-on nature of the devices because it is waiting for that audio cue. So it's virtually spying on its users consistently, trying to wait for that "Hey Google" or "Okay Google" trigger. The physical access to Google Assistant is the easiest to bridge, actually, as it's really just a financial thing. As long as you're able to purchase the devices that it lives on. But that can also be a barrier because while they're not necessarily considered expensive, say for some of the smartphone devices, they're certainly not cheap either. Some of the good things that I really enjoyed while researching this was the functionality of scheduling with Google Assistant. It has a voice-activated calendar entries and reminders. You can set alarms for wake and reminders with notes. On my new Pixel 3 XL, it actually has this feature called routines, so I can set a plethora of items in this template for good morning. Just say good morning, and Google just runs off and says your commute's this, the weather's going to be this, and you've got a meeting at 9 a.m. Similarly, you can program it to do things for like good night or any kind of customizations that you want and pick your own actions underneath there. It is also meant to integrate with the Internet of Things, being a smart home or automation client or spoke and wheel kind of design. One of the other things that I really enjoyed with regards to researching this was the artificial intelligence with the deep learning algorithms and the continuous improvement. I love that the more I use it, the better it gets, the more other people use it, and it all gets fed back to itself personally on the device and then back to Google, which ups their game on the algorithms. And, as a neural net, it just keeps getting better, and better and better. One of the negative connotations for this is the when will Skynet become self-aware, or the rise of the machines. There's two schools of thought when you come to this. You've got the symbiotic thought, where it'll benefit both sides of the equation. The difficulty with that is that you've got multiple platforms with Siri and Alexa that use different type of algorithms and different types of functionality. That'll have to be bridged. And there's also the dystopian one, which we discussed about the privacy factor with the always-on feature for the Google Assistant. So here you'll see all of my references in the paper, and I want to thank you for your attention. Goodbye.